Okay, hello everyone. So today I'm lucky to see Jason, and who I heard that he got free cancer. So that's why I would like to ask him a few questions, because many people out there they got problem with their health. They may their family or some of their related, some of their friends got the cancer. So we want to learn your experience. We want to can share what did happen with you,
Yeah.
and then how you overcome for your situation.
Yeah, absolutely. So, 2012, I was diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia, APL. Very, very rare. About 3% of patients actually get it, and went through about 9 months worth of chemo. Went through arsenic treatments. And after 9 months, obviously, was, here I am 8 years later. I'm still cancer free. I don't necessarily have to do any sort of after treatments at this point. So just, I'm back to living my normal life. I think the biggest thing is when I was diagnosed with it, it was more trying to figure out, I had small little things that were going on with my body, and I didn't really listen to it. So I waited till the very last minute, and actually nearly died at the very tail end of it. I was 24 hours from death when I was admitted to the hospital and found out that I had cancer. So I think if you have any sort of, if you're dealing with any sort of issues where you have questions, definitely go see somebody, see a doctor. Don't wait till the last minute. Even if it might something you might think is minor, it could end up being something much worse. But I think the biggest thing is really just keeping a positive attitude. You're gonna have your days where it's not fun, but just that positive attitude, just that will take you farther than anything when you're going through the treatments, because the treatments are not fun. You're sick, you don't feel good, but again, staying positive and having that supportive family around you, family, friends, trying to stay as normal as possible throughout the whole process, whether it's going to dinners, whether it's just hanging out with individuals or friends. It definitely helps in the long run.
Okay. So your treatment is based on the medicine, based on the equipment, everything regarding to the hospital, regarding to the doctor, right? Do you go to any special place for the treatment?
My treatments, I didn't really have a choice. When I was admitted to an emergency room, and they sent me in an ambulance up to the hospital. They ended up spending a long period of time there. Okay. I always tell a lot of people when they're going through the treatments, do exactly what the doctors tell you. That's what it's there for. I know there's a lot of other resources out there that people will use, whether it be oils or whether it be any type of thing like that. My recommendation is to do exactly what the doctors tell you to do. If they're telling you this works, then there's research to say it does. That's not to say that some people might not want to use natural stuff. Okay. Sure, that's great. My experience with it, I was cancer free after 10 days. They did a bone marrow biopsy after 10 days of my treatment, and I was cancer free. So I still had to go through other rounds to make sure that it stayed the way it was, but that's my recommendation. I know MD Anderson, they're actually in Houston. They've got a branch in Austin. They're a great facility. I'm actually from Utah. We have the Huntsman Cancer Center Huntsman Cancer Center.
So where did you go? Yeah, where did you go?
I was actually admitted to a hospital in Utah. It's called LDS Hospital, and that's where I spent my days.
So do you have health insurance at that time? Is covered for your cancer?
Did I have what?
The health insurance.
I did not.
Oh,
I did not. I had just
So-
gone through a divorce, and so yeah, I would definitely recommend health insurance. But there's other resources out there. If you don't have health insurance, they also do have, there are government assistance, things of that nature, and those were things that I was able to take advantage of. That kind of helped me with my cost of it. It's very expensive to go through cancer. I mean, you're millions of dollars to actually go through the treatments, especially by the tail end of it.
So after the treatment, do you have to need to pay for the payment plan or something? Or some of the organizations, they help you to pay everything for the hospital?
I wouldn't know how some of the other places are, but I know with mine was I owed some at the end, and it's a matter of just setting up payment arrangements with whatever care facility you're at. I wouldn't know how some of the other places work. Some of the I know there are places that you can go to, MD Anderson, things like that, even locally, and
Yeah, it's
it's very expensive just even to go there, and that's honestly why a lot of people don't is because of the cost involved.
Yes.
So like I said, but there's resources and help out there for anybody. So it's just a matter of researching.
Okay.
So-
And nowadays, you need to do you need to avoid some of the food that it can-
I don't need to avoid the food, but when I first got out of the hospital, there are things that can grow bacteria. I remember I couldn't eat grapes, things like that can have, certain bacteria that can grow on it that you don't know about. Those are some things that you have to avoid. And really, again, it just comes back to listening to what the doctors tell you to do. They told me the things to avoid. I had to avoid them for a certain period of time. And then after, you go in for your treatments and whatnot, eventually, usually you'll just get past that point, and then you're free roam to do anything.
Okay. Yeah. So that's great.
Yeah.
So you can come back to normal life, and you can do exercise or everything nowadays, and keep positive thinking.
Absolutely.
And, communicate with family, work, live as a normal. So
Yeah.
it's bring you back as a normal.
Yeah, exactly. It takes some time. It's not fun to get through it, but the one thing that my experience with it is that I'd go through it a million times over again if I had the same outcome. It changes your life. It changes your perspective on things. Simple things that may get you down. That get most people down on a daily basis.
Yes.
My perspective on it is this stuff doesn't matter in the long run. My family, my kids, my wife. Those are the important things, and those are the things I try to focus on.
Okay. And you don't mind if I can leave your information in some case some family people
Yep.
that they have the same problem or they have similar problem something they can ask you so you can help them to explain or they help them to recover if they get a cancer something, right? So,
Yeah, absolutely.
okay.
Even a positive encouragement, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to leave my information, and anybody that wants to reach out to me,
Yeah,
they're
so-
more than welcome to do that.
Yeah, thank you much. So I have Jason business card, so I will tie down the information.
Perfect.
So when people they see the video,
Yep.
they can have your information if they need to get your help.
Yep.
Share some information because when people get cancer, they hope that they try everything, they try the best, but many people they couldn't pass that period. But hopefully, based on our video, so they can learn from you.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
congratulations that
Yeah,
you can
thank you.
come
I
back to
appreciate it.
normal life. And then I will share to our Vietnamese, especially Vietnamese community. They will understand, and if they want to contact you, so please help.
Yep,
So,
absolutely. I mean,
yeah.
anybody that wants to contact me or reach out, he's got my information. It's got my email address on there, my cell phone number. So yeah, any questions that you have or anything that I might be able to help you with in the process, we'd be more than happy to do that.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Jason.
appreciate it.
Okay, Yeah.
Thanks, you
Okay,
guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a nice day.
Yep,
Okay.
take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, thank you everyone. So hope this video is share a little bit information, and then if you have any problem with your health or your parent or your family or any people that you know, please share this information so it may help some people. Thank you.